Welcome to another exciting edition of Fantasy Quick Hits. This is Miles and Cam. We're going to discuss our last night Dynasty draft and our ongoing The Deuce draft. Cam,
Yes.
how do you feel about last night's draft?
Feel wonderful, Miles.
If you were to compare it to a holiday, what holiday would you pick?
It's better than Christmas, better than Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Yep.
That's saying a lot.
That is my Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
I
liked it. I enjoyed it. It was fun getting everybody together, or most of the guys
Yeah.
together. Went
Yeah.
good.
Yep. So we did our 10-team draft, our rookie draft, 4 rounds, 10 teams. Cam somehow had gotten the first 3 picks through wheeling and dealing or just dumb luck. We'll take it either way.
Yep.
So his first pick, Jackson Smith and Jigba, followed by Jahmyr Gibbs, followed by Bijan Robinson. You're going to throw off ADP, Cam, if you keep doing stuff like that.
I know I did it on purpose.
Oh, my God. Why do people do that, Cam? Can't you just
Why not?
go along to get along?
No, because I can.
How do you feel about your team? It's
I'm good. I still feel like I might be a little young. Could
Yeah.
use a really solid
well
number
for,
one receiver.
for
but-
being young. You did pick the first 3
Yeah.
picks in the rookie draft. You're going to be young from the jump.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I'm pretty happy with how mine went. I ended up getting Jonathan Mingo in the mid second, and then with my 4th pick, I can't even remember who I ended up taking.
Well,
Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua. I like
He's a
that.
Cooper Cup replacement.
Yeah, and he's still hurt, but he is
Yeah.
day to day, so
Yeah.
he should be fine.
They're just doing that so they can rest him through training camp.
Yeah.
But he's 30.
Yeah.
Puka's not 30.
I'm in my 40s, so
I'm in my mid 40s.
you're that old?
45.
No.
Yeah,
You're
It-
catching me.
I know.
At this rate,
One
you're
second at a time.
you're going to get older than me at this rate. So,
Pump the brakes.
well,
Anyhow, yeah, I was happy with my draft.
yeah. Well, and we all showed up about 4:00 and started eating and drinking, and I was expecting a lot more bad picks and bad trades with as much as the booze was flowing, but it didn't happen. Everything was pretty straightforward. There was a couple, you can't even call them reaches once you get past those first 3. It's just who you like.
Yep.
So, because after your first 3 picks, then Quentin Johnston went and Jordan Addison. Now, personally, I would have taken Addison over Johnston, but for this year,
Yeah.
because there's Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are ahead of Johnston, and I might have even taken Zay Flowers because Rashad Bateman's hurt,
Yeah,
and everybody keeps saying that the Ravens are going to throw more.
yeah.
So we'll have to see what happens with that.
And I agree with you on that. The Addison, because of the Thielen
Yep.
departure
Yep.
and stuff like that, he's walking into quite a few targets, just being the number 2 automatically. And Zay, he might be the number 1. There's a pretty good chance he probably is.
Yeah.
And then you got Quentin
And-
Johnston, who's got to compete with Williams and Keenan.
Yeah.
And in a year or 2, Quentin Johnston might be, the pick of the draft.
Yeah.
We don't know because he's going to be tailored to.
Yeah, and
Herbert.
now we're covering a lot of stuff that we talked about in our last few episodes
Yeah.
because we talked about rookies.
Yeah.
So after Flowers, we went Kendre Miller, which I did not expect Miller to go there. I did not expect him. I was expecting A-Chain or Roshan or Charbonnet to go there. But for Miller to go there, I guess they're taking into account that Kamara's been suspended and Kendrick is going to be the receiving back.
And that
Yeah.
was Joey.
Yeah.
And he told me he was going to do that. He just told me to not tell anybody. So I knew.
It's all right.
Yeah.
We're all friends in real
Yeah.
life. It's not just for show.
Yeah.
So and then Dalton Kincaid, the tight end for the Buffalo Bills. I haven't talked about him much, but I think he'll be fine.
He's good. He's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody
I think
is gonna because Diggs has not been the second guy that everybody thought he was gonna be, but everybody's really high on James Cook.
Yeah.
So if we got Diggs taking the top off and then Kincaid working that middle round and
And he's not a big tight end. He's more of a hybrid
yeah,
wide receiver.
Yeah.
tight end, you know, the mix.
Yeah.
So
And then after him, we had Zach Charbonnet, who is back at practice now with the shoulder, and Kenneth Walker still has a groin injury, and he go, ah, my groin. And then I traded up into the first round, and I picked Anthony Richardson, who I believe could be the savior of my team.
Yeah,
if he plays, because my number one quarterback on that team
Purdy
is Brock Purdy, and you know what they say about that? That's pretty disgusting to have as your number one.
Yeah, as your number. Yeah, as your. If A. Rich hits, who knows?
I could finally be the best player in the league that I see myself as. He almost spit his drink out.
Almost. Not quite.
Yeah.
You better come with some more thunder. So second round, it was, let's see.
We got Devon A-Chain.
Yep, the 201 was A-Chain. Who took him? What was that?
University
Leadoff.
Yep. And then I think A-Chain should be fine.
Yeah.
And then Wilson is hurt a little bit, and
Mostert's old and still good. And then I don't know who their other. They still have Myles Gaskin.
The Gas Man? I don't think so. I think he's done.
Is he?
I think.
How about Salvin Ahmed?
It's Ahmed.
Or whatever.
Yeah, everybody calls him Ahmed.
Okay.
He's like, he's Ahmed, not Ahmed.
Yeah. I'm going.
There's no phlegm in that one.
Man, yeah, I'm going with that.
I like Roshan.
Yeah.
He is third on the depth chart right now, but I think he could work his way up. And this is Dynasty, so we're looking long term. CJ Stroud, Houston quarterback. Drew went on a huge tear here, and I think he drafted. Did he draft 3 quarterbacks in this?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's got 7 on his team now.
Yeah, and so we do have to have cuts later on. Maybe he'll be looking to pass them off on us, but we're gonna find that out.
And it is only a 1 quarterback league. It's not even super flex.
Yeah. So keep that in mind.
So yeah, Drew's out setting records.
Mm-hmm. That's all right.
Yeah.
And then was it Michael Myers?
Yep.
Okay, I could never remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Michael Myers. No.
Yep.
That's Halloween.
I know, right? He is. That was a pretty good pick. I was hoping that, Bachmeyer ended up with a good draft, but Mayer's good. He is the number 1 tight end of all time in college. Yeah,
I don't.
He went to Georgia, and he is the number 1 tight end to come out with all the highest stats and yards and stuff like that. So the Kincaid is more of the athletic profile for the NFL team, but Michael Mayer has the what's it called when yeah. I
don't know what it is, but he has it.
We're gonna go with that. There you go, Miles. I like
what
that.
about Rashee Rice? He went next to Matt.
Well,
no, he went to Colton. Sorry,
yeah,
Colton traded picks.
Well, if I had Patrick Mahomes throwing me the ball, I bet I could catch.
The problem is Kelsey is their number 1 receiver. Even though
he's 32.
Yeah, but that's a young 32. He's the same age as Gronk.
He's dating Taylor Swift, dude.
Oh,
I think he is. Or Katy Perry, one of the two. Someone famous.
You can't start rumors on this show. Watch it. If anybody listens to us, spread that rumor.
I'm going to Google it.
That's just rumor and innuendo. But every year that last year they drafted Sky Moore, we expected everything from him. And the year before that was that other guy. I can't remember his name because it's irrelevant. Ever since they got rid of Tyreek Hill, they have not had a number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they score as much as they do, but they do. And they just spread the ball around. So he may be it, but I don't think he is. And then next is Mims, also to Colton. Colton was just wrecked his team years ago in a bad trade. But he thought he wanted Derrick Henry really bad, and he gave the world. And Derrick Henry is good, but not enough to make up for the stuff he traded away. And how do you feel about Mims?
He's good. I don't like the situation he went to. I don't like Russell throwing the ball to him.
Yeah.
I know he's a very talented player.
Yeah. Third receiver there. Patrick is out, and Hamler are both out. So he jumps up to 3 immediately.
He's probably going to be. It'll be Judy and then Mims, I bet.
Don't sleep on Sutton. Sutton still got something.
Sutton is in a walker.
Oh,
He's
come
old.
on.
He's old and big and not good.
Then the to Cam. Cam had moved up in the draft. He got Mingo,
Yeah. Forgot
and
about that.
I'm not. Like I said, I don't scout much college football. I barely watch pro football. I play fantasy football though, and that's it. I know nothing about Mingo.
I like Mingo because he's over 6 feet tall. He weighs like, I want to say he hits the scale between 210 and 220. So he's got the bigger build than anybody else that is on the team, and he's got who they who's their quarterback? Bryce Young. He's got him throwing him the ball.
Yeah.
So
I think it was Mongo from Blazing Saddles.
I don't know that movie, but
Oh my God!
yeah, never seen it.
How do you not know Blazing Saddles?
I don't know.
That's a classic.
I've seen the Cowboy Way, if that's anything close.
No.
Oh, okay.
They have horses and cowboy hats in them, and that's about where the similarities end.
Okay.
Yes, it's that's people prepare to be offended, but it's a different time from the movie. So, and then who else? Josh Downs, meh went next with the Colts. Jalen Hyatt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need help, and I heard he was doing fine.
He's good.
And then Tank Dell. These receivers don't excite me. They probably should, but they don't. And that would round out our second round.
I'm still Googling Travis Kelce's girlfriend.
Okay. Well, we'll bring that to you in episode 3. So, start off round 3. We got Sam Laporta. And
he's a good tight end. He was a second tight end drafted this year.
Yeah.
But
tight ends don't typically produce until year 3. You'll tell year 4, but everybody used to be wide receivers did not produce until like year 3. Running backs would do it in like year 2. And quarterbacks wouldn't do it until year 3. And everything's been moving up and up and up. It got to the point I didn't used to draft rookie running backs or any rookies. And now you could like draft rookie quarterbacks and they're expected to play. So we have dogs coming up the stairs, folks.
Yeah, that's not me breathing. That's the black lab.
Yep. And this is how we record in my house, in my upstairs. There might be a child run through here at some point in a certain state of undress because my kids hate clothes for some reason. We're trying to get our kids to shut the bathroom door, but that is a losing battle. And we just pray to God that they don't embarrass us at school this year. So after Laporta, Tank Bigsby goes to me.
Good
Miles.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I like him. Maybe not so much for the beginning of this year. I think by the second half of the year, I think he kind of comes into his own. Yeah. We got big plans for Jacksonville. I think they're going to be a scoring machine.
Yeah.
And then after that, Bryce Young goes to Drew's second quarterback. I think
of the draft.
Yes, he's got a lot. And then, like I said, it's rookie quarterbacks. There's such a crapshoot with them. But this is dynasty, so
and he's got depth to where he can afford to do it.
Yep.
He's got a really good team, so he could roll the dice. Yep. And one of them guys hits, he's got real good trade.
Yeah.
So trade asset.
And that's like I've got several players on my team that I don't want to drop because somebody will pick them up. So I think I should at least get a 4th round next year.
For like Robert Woods.
Yeah, Robert Woods. Bobby Trees is on my bench. I love the man, but I can't play him.
What team is he on now?
He's with the Texans.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. And I can't start him because I've just got so many good players, but he's good enough not to drop. Yeah. But I'm going to have to make some hard choices at some point.
I'll give you a 5th rounder for him.
We don't go 5 rounds.
Oh, I know.
A 2025 5th rounder?
Yeah, no, 2026.
Oh, okay.
2030.
And then C. Brown, is that Chase?
Yep.
Chase Brown? Yeah, Chase I don't know anything about
running
him.
Back.
Was for the Bengals.
Bengals, yep.
So I know Mixon is back. Their contract dispute has been settled. Travion Williams is slated as a running back, but he got hurt.
Yep.
And so Brown might just jump right up.
Chase Brown is a very good pass catching running back, and he's got all the tools that you need. Yeah. It's just he is a 3rd round pick, and so
and the 3rd rounder that is where their teams are getting their running backs in the third round more
Yep.
consistently, and they're producing.
Yeah.
So take it for what it is. So after that, we got Luke Musgrave going it's giving Jordan Love a new weapon. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah.
And I don't.
I think he's the biggest tight end in this draft class. He's like 6'5", 6'6", 260. So I don't know if he's going to be used more as a blocker instead of somebody that catches a lot. He can block while what's his face? I got the other tight end. I got him.
You mixed it up.
Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft can do all the catching, and I'll let Luke Musgrave do all the blocking for him.
So next went Cedric Tillman, and Cleveland wide receiver. I thought he was went to the Bears because Lucas drafted him, and Lucas has got all Bears receivers except for one, Claypool, whom I have. I would be willing to trade it to him if he's listening.
He'll listen.
Yep. So, and I'm kind of like Watson. Does Watson return to form to give Tillman?
That's $1 million question.
Yeah.
If he does, then he's gonna need, what's Amari Cooper, 28, 29, something like that. He's getting up there. Yeah. Watson's gonna need a number one.
Yeah.
Unless it's my tight end Njoku.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you know what? Watson did support tight ends when he was in Houston.
So,
but he looked rusty last year. Yeah. Very rusty.
Terrible. Yeah. Not terrible.
Next off the board was Tajay Spears. And this is the one that I was hoping would fall to me. Because Derrick Henry is going to break down at some point. And I drafted Hassan Haskins last year in hopes of filling the Derrick Henry role, but he didn't. It was Julius Chestnut did most of it. Mm-hmm. Now Tajay, they took him around earlier than Hassan, and
I'm not high on Tajay.
Yeah.
He's injury prone already, and he hasn't even started hitting the big boys.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on him. Yeah. I know if he's 100% healthy, he's a banger and he's fast, but I know he's had a lot of injury issues, and so I'm out on him. You guys can arm wrestle over him, you and Joey.
Oh, I'm not going to fight him for it. I'd beat him.
Farmer Joey? You think so?
Oh, God, yes.
I think you would, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's too used to riding combines and stuff like that.
Well, see, he's Farmer Joe, and I grew up on a ranch.
Okay, yeah, big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Farming and ranching, yeah.
Yep. So.
It's yeehaw.
There's, never mind. That might not be appropriate for you.
Yeah.
And then next is Jaden Reed, the receiver for the Green Bay Packers. And,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, that's a second Packer taken in the round. And Mike is a Raiders fan, but I didn't know who he was going to take there. At this point in the game, you're taking dart throws.
Yeah.
Odds are most of these guys will not be on our team next year because they didn't fulfill every dream and wish that we had for them.
Yeah.
So and then Izzy Abanikanda is I think he's going too high because Breece Hall is there. Zonovan Knight's already there. Michael Carter's there. And they're rumored to get Dalvin Cook. I think he is so far buried.
That one's a pull tab.
Yeah.
Because if they don't
explain what a pull tab is.
It's what they call it, cocaine cardboard. You get addicted to it, and you pull off the.
And this is why I run the definition show.
Yep.
A pull tab is like a lottery ticket that you can do here in North Dakota. You get them at the bars.
Oh, I thought it was this in all 50 states.
No.
Oh, okay. That's my bad.
No, it's like a lottery ticket, like a scratcher, except for you just pull it out and you rip off and you get to see immediately. You don't even get the joy of scratching it. I don't carry a quarter anymore. God, I used to get like lottery tickets fairly often. That was the first thing I bought when I turned 18. It's like my friends got cigarettes and I got lottery tickets. Yeah. And one is a more expensive habit than the other, but I'm not sure which.
Yeah. So Izzy's good. Yeah. If they don't find Dalvin and Breece is hurt, Izzy might do something.
Is he the best pick in the third round? That was a joke.
I'm looking.
Yes.
No.
This is our third round, and I said, "Is he?" But anyway, I'm starting to think
whatever.
Next, I had traded back into the third. With a 310 pick, I've got Deuce Vaughn.
My man.
I like him.
I like Deuce.
Yep.
He's as big as, he's got 20 pounds on me, but we're the same height. And he is fun to watch. I watched him. Where did he go? Eastern Michigan or somewhere like, not a real big school,
Yeah.
but he was good. He was fun to watch. He's actually a banger. He goes in between the tackles.
And I have heard reports from camp say that the defense is having a hard time picking him out of the crowd, and he is just squirting through.
Yeah.
So, and we don't have the big bodied backs so much. Derrick Henry's an anomaly anymore.
Yeah.
And he is a freak of nature anyway.
Yeah.
But the big bodied backs, and this is kind of a Darren Sproles scat back. You catch him out on a swing pass. Probably better for best ball.
Yeah.
But you never know. Ballard, they always thought was better for best ball, and he's grown into a lead back role.
Yeah. Yep.
So, next up is round 4. And there went, is it Dwayne McBride or Danny McBride?
I don't know. It's McBride to the.
Danny McBride's an actor. This is Dwayne McBride. Yeah, Danny McBride's like in Hot Tub Time Machine and movies like that. I think he's in Tropic Thunder. Just remember, you never go full retard.
Okay, I don't know what that.
Another movie. Write it down. People write in the comments. Cam needs to see Blazing Saddles, Tropic Thunder, and anything else you can think. Like and subscribe and tell Cam to watch some movies.
I might do it.
It's like you don't have anything else going on, Cam.
No, I watch.
You got a whole life. These movies.
Yeah. I'm good.
But I almost took McBride and tried to trade, but you get to this point in the draft, and you just take your guys, take your shot. Yeah, I think Vaughn has better chance than McBride, so that's why I took him.
And McBride was picked up by Lidl, who is a hardcore Vikings fan. Mm-hmm. So can't give him too hard of a time for that unless we want to, and we probably will later.
Yeah. Then we've got Darnell Washington, tight end, goes into Pittsburgh, and Colton took him, but Freiermuth is already there. I don't see him producing, but
yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I think Darnell is the second biggest tight end in this draft. They're going to use him more as a blocking tight end, and then I think Freiermuth it'll free him up to get some more targets.
Yeah. And then we get to the next pick. I had my 4-3 pick. I picked Deneric Prince.
Oh, you picked him?
Yes, I did. Okay. And that's a guy I'm just swinging for the fences because I don't know if Pacheco is going to be what everybody thinks he's going to be this year. So I figured I'd take a shot on Prince or Kansas City rank.
Yeah.
And that's all. And then Michael Wilson. That was a guy I'd forgot about. I'd heard about him earlier this year, and he was somebody I'd had in my queue, and I was thinking about picking him up afterwards. So it's a little bit of a reach, but Bachmeyer picked him up.
I was actually hoping that he was going to fall, 2 picks. Will Levis went next, and then I got Puka. But Michael Wilson, he's good. I think he's going to be a really good number 2. He might be the number 1 this year because he's the only receiver on the team over 6 feet tall. Well, look at the show. They got Hollywood, Rondell Moore. Those guys I don't even know if they're 5'10".
Yeah.
A bunch of
size does matter.
It
does.
So that Michael Wilson, he's got really good hands and stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll be the receiver of the draft. Who knows? I guess it all depends on who's throwing him the ball.
Yeah. Then we go Will Levis. Man. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Tannehill's there. I think Tannehill's fine.
Will Levi's?
Bill Wrangler.
There you go.
Hey, that's alliteration.
Yeah.
And he doesn't excite me. I don't care. And then Puka Nacua. I like his name. Cooper Kupp's hurt. Maybe he fills in the role, and maybe he burns out.
They're saying he's trying to solidify the number 3 role behind Cooper Kupp and Van Jefferson. But if Van was good, he would have taken off by now. I think Puka's going to nip at his heels, and Kupp, if he's got another year or 2 in him, good for him. But Puka's got a cool name, so I'm going with that.
Oh yeah, that's Grace. My wife drafted a team, and it was all like AJ Brown, CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
And she just like, I like 2-letter first names. Like that's not it's a
Yeah.
nickname. She's like, oh no, my entire draft process is ruined. Next up was Evan Hull, the running back for Colts, and with Jonathan Taylor holding out and Zach Moss breaking his arm,
There's a shot.
there's
Yeah.
he might hold value.
Opportunity.
That may be the sneaky up pick. And I think Joey's team motto should be better lucky than good, because he backs his way into stuff that just baffles me. But anyway, and then
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn.
Is it Keyshawn Boutte or Booty?
We can say it either way. He doesn't know us.
Okay.
And he was another guy I wanted to take a shot. That's a dart.
LSU grad. Where'd Jamar Chase go? Where'd Justin Jefferson go? Keyshawn Boutte was on the radar for being a top 5 receiver.
And then
this
he's
year.
got some health issues or attitude problems.
And the attitude, I know attitude got to him, but I mean, if he fights through that, maybe he's another LSU. Maybe he's in the top 5. I doubt it with Mac Jones throwing him the freaking football, but you never know, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't even know who is it Tyler Scott, the next pick, or T Scott?
Tyler Scott.
What's he do? Oh,
I
he's
think he plays drums for Blink-182.
Oh,
Oh, that's Travis Barker. Sorry.
okay. Yeah. See, I didn't know that. I was gonna say Foo Fighters, but I was way off.
Do you know Foo Fighters' David Grohl?
Yeah,
He was the drummer for Nirvana.
really.
I found that I'm from that. So you're from that time period. I did not know that, but yeah, he was a drummer for Nirvana, and then he's the lead singer for Foo Fighters too. Yeah,
I didn't know that. Fun fact. That was it.
yeah, that was a fun fact of the
That was
day.
a sneaky fun fact.
Hendon Hooker.
Detroit quarterback.
Yeah,
By
he's currently on the PUP list. So, and that closed out that draft, and so
that's good. I think everybody did good. There was no real super reaches or anything. And
no, everything went just pretty much followed the thing.
yeah,
So, hey, when I went to pick up booze for the party the other day, I got carded. And then my Blockbuster card fell out, and they're like, "You're old enough, sir."
yeah, I like it. That's a good one.
This has been the Dynasty Fantasy Quick Hits Roundup Draft Extravaganza. Thank you for being here, Cam.
Yep. Thanks for having me. Yep.